Trump keeps changing his tune over Jeffrey Epstein. Now, the latest thing he said after this morning's Truth Social post, in which he disavowed his own supporters, calling them weaklings, claiming that diehard MAGA have been conned by the lunatic left and he doesn't want their support anymore. After that, he had a press conference with the leader of Bahrain, and he, of course, had to talk about the Epstein files.
No, I call it the Epstein hoax. It takes a lot of time and effort. Instead of talking about the great achievements we've had, a great gentleman yesterday, as you know, went on CNBC and he made the statement that Trump may go down as the greatest president of all in the United States. And instead of talking about the things we've achieved, we've had tremendous achievement. They're wasting their time with a guy who obviously had some very serious problems, who died 3-4 years ago. I'd rather talk about the success we have with the economy, the best we've ever had, and all of the things we've done, including the Middle East. I mean, you see it. Instead, they want to talk about the Epstein hoax. And the sad part is it's people that are really doing the Democrats' work. They're stupid people.
Yeah, he just called his own supporters stupid people. He's really, really upset that folks want him to fulfill his campaign promise and release the Epstein files. So I thought this would be a good opportunity to look at some of the things he's said over the last couple of days about Epstein, but also over the last several years. Now, in what I think was an attempt to distract from the devastating floods in Texas, where dozens of children died, more than 100 people died, and how that was connected to Trump's decision to gut the National Weather Service and disaster preparedness and relief programs in the United States. We saw Pam Bondi make this claim of like, hey guys, there's no Epstein client list after all. I know I said it was on my desk for weeks, but like, no, actually, there's no such thing. Let's just move along. Well, that blew up in Trump's face real bad, because he actually ran on releasing the Epstein files as a campaign promise. And the conspiracy theory, Pizzagate, ex-QAnon, now MAGA folks were really invested in him releasing the Epstein files. They thought that that was going to unveil the deep state, and that Bill and Hillary Clinton were going to be on that list, and there was going to be justice for all these kids, and there was going to be absolute like prosecuting, or some people have said it's like a hit list of all of the Democratic deep state folks who were Epstein's buddies. So MAGA was like super invested in this. They were not happy with Pam Bondi. But Trump very quickly came to her defense and was like, y'all stop picking on my girl Pam, and like, we're going to move on from the Epstein list. Nothing to see here. He really thought MAGA was going to forget about this because he told them to. So back on July 8th, he said this.
And also, could you say why there was a minute missing from jailhouse tape on the night of the staff?
Yeah, sure. If
Pam, could I just interrupt for 1
Sure.
second? Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? This guy's been talked about for years. You're asking, we have Texas, we have this, we have all of the things. And are people still talking about this guy, this creep? That is unbelievable.
Again, the reason people are still talking about it is because it was a major campaign promise that Trump made to MAGA. This conspiracy theory is very much at the core of the MAGA cult. For almost a decade, Trump has been talking about the deep state, purging the swamp, insinuating to his followers that any day now he is going to uncover who all of these Democratic elites are who are running some like secret cabal of the deep state. And the Epstein files was at the core of that. The Epstein files is where Trump has derived a significant portion of his support and loyalty from the MAGA base. They really believed he was going to bring justice here and save the children. And I'd like to point y'all to a piece that came out in Rolling Stone that is a really good summation of all of the things Trump has said about Epstein over the years. Okay, I gotta put my glasses on for this. Okay, so back in 2017, Epstein himself called Trump his closest friend. Right, I've shown that NBC footage repeatedly of Trump and Epstein partying together in 1992, I think. So this Rolling Stone piece, you should go read the whole thing. But they say Trump famously lauded Epstein and remarked on his penchant for young women in a New York Magazine piece in 2002. I've known Jeff for 15 years. Terrific guy, Trump said. He's a lot of fun to be with. It is even said that he likes beautiful women as much as I do, and many of them are on the younger side. No doubt about it, Jeffrey enjoys his social life. I really want to do a video later about all of the things that Donald Trump has said about his own daughter, including when she was a minor. That might be something that I cover a little bit later. It's always been wild to me that evangelical Christians think that he is a moral man, that he is a man who cares about women and girls and believes in Save the Children and is like a guy that the Family Values Party can get behind. And do y'all remember back the first time that Trump ran for office? So back in 2015, he was asked to give his opinion about Bill Clinton. And this is where he starts seeding this deep state, Bill and Hillary Clinton, hashtag Clinton body count. And by the way, this was already like a conspiracy theory going around among the far right, this hashtag Clinton body count, this belief that Bill and Hillary were like offing their political rivals or people who were going to uncover secrets about them. So Trump wasn't inventing something new. He was just harnessing a conspiracy theory that was already circulating in the far right. So when asked about Bill Clinton back in 2015, he said, "Nice guy, got a lot of problems coming up, in my opinion, with the famous island with Jeffrey Epstein. A lot of problems." And then I've covered this before, back in 2019, early August 2019, right after Epstein's death, I think it was like August 10th, Trump reposted a tweet suggesting that Clinton killed Epstein. It was a tweet by Terrence K. Williams. It's still up on Twitter, by the way. The tweet said Jeffrey Epstein had information on Bill Clinton and now he's dead. I see hashtag Trump body count trending, but we want to know who did this. Retweet if you're not surprised. And then he hashtagged it Clinton body count. And then Trump used that hashtag Clinton body count multiple times on Twitter over the next weeks. When Trump was asked about retweeting the claim that Clinton killed Epstein, he defended his choice and then went on to say, basically what we're saying is we want an investigation. I want a full investigation, and that's absolutely what I'm demanding. And then after his defeat in 2020, Trump continued to perpetuate this conspiracy theory that the Epstein files were somehow gonna name Bill and Hillary Clinton and all of these other Democratic deep state folks. Which, like, okay, if there's an Epstein file and it's released and Bill and Hillary Clinton are in there, cool, let's prosecute them. I want everybody who abuses children to face accountability, and I want justice for all of those victims. But I think this is a way in which I actually align with MAGA. I think they really do too. It's just that they can't conceive that Republicans might be on that list, that Donald Trump might be on that list. And the way that he's crashing out over the last few days, they are starting to wonder themselves for the first time. Like, oh shit, have we been totally wrong about who is actually in the deep state? They still think there is a deep state. They don't understand that it's just all of the oligarchs, right? All of the super rich who are running this country, wealthy, powerful, influential people absolutely run this country. But it's not like a conspiracy theory. It's pretty fucking obvious. But they, I think for the first time, are starting to conceive of the fact that their guy might be on the list. A bunch of their guys might be responsible for this and all of the horrible things they have previously blamed, not just solely on Democrats, but also on trans people and immigrants. So when he was running for re-election this time, after Merrick Garland and Joe Biden failed to get justice for the American people, so he was able to do that.
Classify the 9/11 files.
Yeah.
Would you declassify JFK files?
Yeah. I did a lot of it.
Would you declassify the Epstein files?
Yeah, I would.
All right.
I guess I would. I think that less so because, you don't know. You don't want to affect people's lives if it's phony stuff in there because there's a lot of phony stuff with that.
So he was still making that promise to his followers, but then he was already hedging his bets. Well, maybe there's phony stuff in there, right? Oh, maybe if my name is on there, then we can't believe that this is true. He made these promises to his followers. They deeply invested in this. And he didn't think that they were going to remember, or, I don't know how a narcissist's brain works exactly. He thinks that his followers will do whatever he says. And so the last few days, he's demanded that they stop thinking about this, they stop talking about it, that we move right along.
Why do you think your supporters in particular have been so interested in the Epstein story?
I don't understand
about how it's been handled.
I don't understand it. Why they would be so interested. He's dead for a long time. He was never a big factor in terms of life. I don't understand what the interest or what the fascination is. I really don't. And the credible information's been given. Don't forget, we went through years of the Mueller witch hunt and all of the different things, the Steele dossier, which was all fake. All that information was fake.
Do you notice how he says they've given out all of the credible information? He doesn't want, incriminating information released? But it'll be interesting to see what MAGA does with this. Is this the thing that will fully fracture their cult?